How did the Riz Emma thing even happen?
I made a portrait of him a long time ago, and I DM'd it to him, like, yo, I made you a portrait, hope you like it. I didn't ask him to repost it or anything. He thought it was dope. He followed me, and then he asked me to email his assistant. His assistant never emailed back. I never got, like, any response or anything from that. And then maybe a year or so later, after I put out my sweatshirts, and then a month after that, I saw him wearing it in his stories, and then my cousin DM'd it to me, and that was the first time I saw it.
How'd you feel? What was like your response?
I first was thinking, like, I don't remember him ordering one. Like, how did he
make it himself? Did he bootleg his bootleg version?
Do I have to, like, call a lawyer?
Yeah.
I was just like, how did he get it? And then I put that aside. I put that thought aside in my mind, and I'm like, I actually enjoyed it, and I felt really. It wasn't the fact that him, a big person, was wearing it and I was getting exposure. It was more so like him, a big person who's respected, actually liked something that I put out enough to wear it out, you know? I don't want to see myself as like a clout chaser. I want to eventually become someone as an equal, you know, like a peer, someone people can take seriously and work with and collaborate with. So
I don't think anybody would see that as a clout thing. Like you said with Riz, it's just like he stands for something, you know? And when somebody on that level, you know, stands for something, it could have been him, Hassan Minhaj, whoever, it would have been respected because they wouldn't just wear whatever.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a clout thing, but on a certain level, when it comes to representation, you have the representatives, and then the people who are trying to get to that level are going to utilize their attention in some way to become recognized.
Sure.
That's how you gain a following, when someone shares your work to their audience, and then eventually you hope that some of their audience will come and follow you too. Clout chasing, in a way, is a tool. It just depends on how you use it and how much value you put on it. If that's the only thing that you're going for and that's the only way you're thinking of growing, then it can become problematic and you don't end up being original or making stuff that is you.
In this age of clout chasing, like, how do you do that when you're not as outspoken as a lot of other people?
At least for me, like I said before, I put it in my mind where I don't want to be someone who's like asking someone to repost something or constantly like harassing them or DMing them about like, oh, I'd love for you to check out my work, blah, blah, blah. Just kind of putting it out there and treating it as like a business collaboration, because I feel like in some ways you have to respect yourself enough to see yourself as a business person, to see yourself as a peer or fellow collaborator, fellow creator, and not just someone who's trying to make it up at the top.